It's the Weather Extreme video. This is the morning edition for Monday, the 16th of November. I'm James Spann. Very active weather west of the state today. Looks like our big rain day will be Wednesday. The good news, the chance of severe weather here looks very, very small. Let's take a look at that. We'll look at weather for Thanksgiving week as well. Big trough over the western states. That'll be kicking up a fuss in areas west of Alabama today. Temperatures are mostly in the 40s, not nearly as cool as recent mornings when a lot of folks were down below freezing. We've got 50 at Birmingham, Tuscaloosa 44. We'll expect a high between 67 and 70 in most spots today. All right, with the big trough lifting out, a whole bunch of issues to the west, a lot of winter weather advisories in the mountains, winter storm warnings for parts of the mountains in Colorado and New Mexico. Got flash flood watches from Shreveport up to central Illinois. That includes much of Arkansas. But no watches or warnings here. An active convective day. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather for parts of Texas and Oklahoma, including Oklahoma City, Wichita Falls, Abilene, Dallas, and Fort Worth. The standard slight risk surrounding that from near Corpus Christi up into southern Nebraska. These are the tornado possibilities. The tornado numbers are maxed out around Childress, Texas today. And the whole thing probably rolls over into a squall line with the main threat being strong winds later tonight. This is tomorrow. There is an enhanced risk over Louisiana and southwest Mississippi. This includes Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Macomb, Mississippi. The standard slight risk up into southern Arkansas and eastern Texas and kind of clips extreme southwest Alabama down around Dauphin Island, and a marginal risk into southwest Alabama. This is for late tomorrow night. And then on day 3, which is Wednesday, there is no risk of severe weather for the northern half of the state. None. A marginal risk for extreme South Alabama, including places like Gulf Shores, Dothan, Andalusia, Geneva, Florala. And, of course, we'll take a look at the specifics here as we go. But, again, we stress for the northern two-thirds of the state, no severe weather expected this week. Here's a QPF rain for the next 5 days, valid through Saturday morning. Big numbers through here. It's going to be a good wet down Wednesday. The higher numbers are off to the west. Here's a little higher resolution look at that. And this thing really puts down a bullseye of 3.5 inches between Tuscaloosa and Birmingham. Not so sure we get that much. Of course, this is vetted from WPC. This is from the Weather Prediction Center, a part of NOAA. We figure everybody will see 1 to 2 inches. Some spots could see more than 2 inches. And again, the big day for us will be on Wednesday. All right, model fans, here we go. The GFS, this is the OZ run, valid today at noon. And again, you can see the big upper low and the trough to the west. At the surface, a surface low begins to form east of Denver. Big snow for the mountains. Look at the tight gradient across the Great Plains and the Corn Belt. Very strong winds out of the south. And severe storms will likely develop in the warm sector later today and tonight. This is the SIGTOR, the significant tornado parameter, at 9 o'clock Central Time tonight. You can see the numbers are pretty high. You've got SIGTORs in excess of 3 down over parts of the Texas Hill Country. So really everybody in that zone is going to have to watch for severe storms later today and tonight. Texas up into Oklahoma. Tomorrow, the surface low is 992 millibars over southern Kansas. Snow continues over Colorado. Rain and storms ahead of the dry line, basically from Dallas east. And we should mention for us today is going to be nice and quiet, partly sunny with upper 60s. And really tomorrow is going to be kind of quiet. The bulk of the day should be dry. Any showers very isolated and near the Mississippi border. And the winds will pick up. By tomorrow night, we'll see a pretty strong south wind. I think the peak winds will come tomorrow night. The pressure gradient winds, not from storms, but from that tight gradient. Winds could maybe gust to 30 miles an hour tomorrow night. And, of course, severe storms are possible tomorrow where there's instability down in parts of East Texas, Louisiana, maybe South Arkansas. This is Wednesday. The surface low moves way up into Canada, way, way north of here. And you can see the trailing batch of storms coming in. Wind fields will weaken a bit during the day Wednesday. It'll be breezy, but again, I think the highest winds from the gradient will be Tuesday night, and then Wednesday, just a big wet down with rain and storms. Severe weather not expected. Here's a look at the instability. The Cape at midday Wednesday, and there's a little bit over the southeastern part of the state, but nothing over North Alabama. We'll probably stay in the 60s all day. with that rain falling. This is the instability coming off the NAM. This is valid at noon Wednesday. And again, you can see that there's just not any up this way, a little bit down in far south Alabama. That's why there's a marginal risk of severe weather there. And this is the rain totals off the GFS with this. And you can see it's printing rain amounts of about 2 inches for much of North Alabama, with about 1 inch down to the south. And I think that's pretty realistic. So Wednesday is the wet day. Thursday, surface high begins to build in. Sky becomes mostly sunny, rain well to the east. The high would be, I'd say, in the low 60s if this is right. And this is Friday, a bright sunny day. We start the day around 40. The high would be around 60. Another great night for the high school football games Friday night. What about the weekend, you ask? All right, this is Saturday, looking good. Partly to mostly sunny with low 60s. Great day for football across the Deep South. Sunday, moisture begins to move back in from the south. That might be a day where there's a few showers, mainly over east and southeast Alabama. Don't think it rains a lot, but we'll probably mention that. And this is a week from today. This is Monday, the 23rd. Strong troughing to the north. Another cold high nosing in here. It's at 10:35. Becomes windy, colder. Highs dropping in the 50s. What about Thanksgiving? Well, this is about 10 days. This is the busiest travel day of the year, if you believe people. This is the day before Thanksgiving, and that's probably valid. Wednesday, the 25th. And the good news that the flow is fairly zonal. There's a vortex over Canada, and really there's no major storm systems here. Yes, there could be a few showers over Texas, maybe a bit of light snow in places like Chicago and points north, but no big issues. And if this would be right for us, the weather would be cool and dry. So if you're traveling the day before Thanksgiving, that's the way it looks now. But understand, this is model output 10 days in advance, and it could easily change. Check out the temperatures for the next 15 days. We warm up this week, but again, Thanksgiving week looks pretty chilly. Nothing brutally cold, but you can see by Wednesday and Thursday, November 25th and 26th, highs drop to about 50 and lows drop to about 30. And that'll feel like Thanksgiving weather. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.